Nowadays, people just don't rely on salmonella because we know that in case of mammalian system, let's we take example of humans and liver, various type of biotransformation of products occur. So in toxicology or in pharmacy, you will learn that how there are there are different types of cytochromes in liver which turn a substance A to B. B is active, so A is in active form, which you are taking in your body, and once they get into a liver, they turn to B, which is the active form of that compound. It might be possible because what you have done, let's suppose you were just doing this experiment on salmonella. So what you were giving substance A and you were testing that when I added substance A, the histidine negative did not turn to histidine positive. So histidine negative remained to histidine negative. So you will conclude that the chemical A is not a mutagen, but it may or may not be true because in case of mammalian system, as I just discussed, when you will take a substance A, when it will get into liver, it may turn into B, and this B form can be a potential mutagen. So nowadays, what people do is that they take a rat liver extract. So there in this extract there will be a pool of all the enzymes which are present in the liver of rat, which can potentially turn a substance to B. So what we are doing is, we are taking a rat liver extract, okay, and salmonella strain that requires the histidine. So histidine negative strain of salmonella along with the rat liver extract. Now I am adding a potential mutagen. So I am having a salmonella strain which is histidine negative along with rat liver extract to see the potential that in case when it will go to liver, A can turn to B, and this B can be a potential mutagen. Okay, so and that can be looked into a mammalian system only. So and now there is a mixture of rat liver extract plus salmonella strain which requires histidine. So now I add a potential mutagen. Now I will plate media with the minimal histidine. A minimal histidine media, I just told you that this will be there um, to check that whether that this mutagen has caused this histidine negative to histidine positive. So what you can see is that in case of the control plate, because of some spontaneous mutations, because of replication, you can see one or two colonies which are now in prototrophic state where histidine negative has changed to histidine positive. But if you see this plate, you can see a number of colonies can be seen. So a high number of revertants, that is histidine positive to histidine negative, suggests that the mutagen causes the mutation. No, so a substance when you added only to Salmonella typhorium, it was showing that it is not a it is not a mutagen when you did this experiment in Salmonella typhimurium. But when you added this compound A on rat liver plus on Salmonella typhimurium strain, what you are seeing is that this is a mutant, that this is a potential mutagen. So what this tells is that you cannot rely upon only Salmonella typhimurium in vitro or on Salmonella typhimurium experiment. You have to do this experiment on rat liver also. So okay, I guess this makes some sense to you. So reverse mutant by test chemical will be number of colonies in A minus number of colonies in B. So this is the other pictorial representation. So S9 here is is a liver extract with some media and all. So this is you took a mouse, you took a liver, you grinded it, mixed with the S9 media along with Salmonella typhimurium. These are the control where you are not going to add any chemical. So in this you are adding the typhimurium strain along with a mutagen substance. So this mutagen substance, if this so now you can see this histidine negative has been turned to histidine positive, and you can see number of colonies here. Here there were no colonies, so this suggests that this has a tendency to this chemical X has a potential is a potential mutagen. So this is the same which is written here. You can read it.